Okay guys, we have the Skywolfeye. Now this is acclaimed to be 2000 lumens. Runs on two 5800 milliamp 18650 batteries. And like I said, they claim 2000 lumens on this sucker. It's fully charged, and let's see how things go here. We'll start with the flood, and we'll go into the spotlight as well. So there's our flood. Now it lights up quite bright. It's quite nice. Let me get the angle of the camera up more. See how much more we can get out of this. So it is quite bright. The grass, I can see at the end of my driveway there at the neighbor's side, right directly beside me. I can see the grass not too bad, but I'd be hard pressed to make out an animal with that, but I might be able to make out an animal walking by if I was a little closer. So let's go to the spot mode, and this is where we've got our straight out beam. Now that is lighting up quite bright. No problems for me seeing the grass at all from here. I don't know how well this is going to show on the camera for you guys, but the trees that are across from me, if I'm right about, I'd say right about here, I'm a little over 300 feet away, right about here. And for you guys, I know you can kind of hardly see it. At least that's what I'm seeing in the viewfinder. I guess I'll have to review the footage myself to see what I can see, but not too shabby. Let's go more toward the end of the other side of that neighbor's property and see if we can light up his trees any. Now there's a telephone pole right there, and that's an easy couple hundred feet away, and it's lighting up quite nicely. I would have no problem seeing and making out animals with the spot on this. That would be fantastic. Now going toward his tree line, I can actually light up the tree line a bit at the end of his yard. So that's definitely going to be from where my beam is right now. That's approximate, a rough guess, I'd say a little over 600 feet, maybe closer to 700 feet at the most. Now I can't really make out the trees themselves. Of course, if I was looking through a rifle scope, I'd probably see better. But let me zoom in on this for you guys and see what we can actually see. So there's fully zoomed in, and I'm right pointing at the back end of his yard here. And maybe I'm going to have to adjust the height of my camera. Hang on. Let me bring that up a bit for angle. Maybe that'll help us. And so there's near the edge of the roadway. And let's bring it just up to go to his trees, and that's about what we got. And I'm not sure what you're going to see or I'm going to see, but that's apparently, and that's on the highest setting. And let's go to the next one down. That's definitely going to be a lot lower. Still good at the road from here though. Still getting, you know, several hundred feet, an easy 300 feet. And of course we got the next level down. And of course we do have the strobe and the SOS, and we got a car coming, so we're going to point it up to the sky again. I got a lot of traffic, but yeah, so 2000 lumens is what they acclaim on this thing, and well, I'm not too sure if it's really 2000 lumens, but it is really bright. Anyways, that's what we've got on the Skywolfeye, and the sort of thing we can definitely expect out of it. It is definitely a really good light. I love it when it comes to the floodlight. Let me just re-angle the camera down close to the ground for you guys. Like, that is actually really decent as far as oh, we're gonna have to zoom out. Hang on. Oh, yep, there we go, zoomed out. So there's our flood. Now that's really good. So even walking out here, if you're just walking even down the roadway, walking through the bush with the flood would be good. And you know, you can do this at multiple levels of the flood before you get to that final spotlight mode, you know. And so that's pretty good. Now what you're seeing right there where my light is on, that is about, I would say, without pacing it out, I'd say about 70 feet away. And that's just like a property marker stick, and there's some grass around it. And that lights up quite nice, okay, and we can still see it reasonably well, even like this, and then we bring it right in. We almost lose it with the flood mode. I can tell that that's what it is because I'm used to seeing it every day, and I can kind of see it from here, but it is somewhat pretty darkened out. But bringing into the flood, you know, right there, we're getting a pretty good view of it, and into here, and right at the very end of our travel, we're definitely lighting that up good. And if we go over to that telephone pole, I'm going to bring this angle up a bit, and right at the telephone pole, of course, we can see that really decently detailed, and right across the road there, that's good several hundred feet there, and yep, I can see the roadway going to the next telephone pole over as well, easily to spot, no problem. We would be able to see wildlife if there were any out here, and that's pretty cool. So that is the Skywolfeye for the nighttime. Is it 1900 lumens though? Well, is it 2000 lumens? I don't really think so altogether, but it is definitely well up over 1000, that's for sure. Okay, and you do get some exceptionally good runtime on those two batteries. So because you're dealing with well over well, we got 58 times 2, so that's 11,600 milliamps. So that's a lot of amperage, because for every 1,000 milliamps is 1 amp. So that's quite a bit of amperage and for runtime. So pretty decent though. I really like this light a lot. I actually like it a lot better, honestly, than the Rykets as far as being outdoors with. The Rykets didn't do quite as well, if you check that video for the nighttime footage. But it still does a really good job. But I only bought the Rykets mainly for the cob light, for using at work, so it's more than fantastic for that. It would be great for, you know, roadside service where, you know, maybe you got to change your tire or something. That cob will light you up well. You got to check something under the hood. Definitely going to be perfect for that. But as far as doing something for like camping or hiking along with the Rykets, you're going to have some range issues. If you're trying to see something at a longer range, you'd probably want something more like this this particular one we're doing now. That would be a more reasonable choice, but there are also more and more powerful flashlights out there, so it depends on what your power requirements are. You know, you kind of get what you pay for, to be honest, in some aspects, but don't believe all the looms ratings so much, because they're really not all that accurate. They're somewhat accurate to a degree, but not completely. Anyways, thanks so much for checking out this video, and yeah, also recheck the reviews on this particular light. Check out the review on the Rykets as well. And you know, if you like them, check them out yourself. If not, well, hey, there's a lot of other flashlights, and I'll be testing a few more yet, don't worry. I'm not going to test a whole ton load, because I don't need 15 million flashlights, but I'm only going to be testing specific ones that are a little more powerful and still very affordable too, because we want to keep things affordable, don't forget too, right? Anyways, that's it, that's all. Thanks, and we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.